So hi guys, welcome to my next video, and this is going to be the first in the series of a new kit. You've picked it. I'm going to be doing the De Havilland Mosquito B Mark 4 IV 4, is that 6? 4, I think it's 4. Anyway, so as you know, I had a little bit of trouble with the F14, whether that was a kit that was too advanced for me, whether it was bad planning, maybe my skills aren't as up to where I thought they were, could be a combination, could just be bad luck. So obviously what I also want to do is I want to do something very different from the last kit. So as I class the F14 as a Cold War US jet, I've suggested something completely different. So we've gone for a World War II British propeller. So this is also a bit of a simpler kit, which I'm really looking forward to doing, and I'm planning now. Obviously I'm making these videos as I go. The rough plan is to do 12 videos. This is video number 1, which is the intro. There's 21 stages. I looked at the instructions. There's 21 stages, and I think if I can do 3 stages per video, that will be another 7 videos. So videos 2 to 8 will be the actual build. Obviously there'll be painting as we go along, but video 9 will be dedicated to the actual painting of the whole thing. Then in video number 10 we'll do the decaling. Video 11 we'll do the weathering, and then 12 we'll have a good old debrief, and we can just talk about the model, which is very, very handy for me, because with the first and the last videos being just talking about the video, it gives me a little bit extra time to get the next project going. So let's begin this build. So here we have the kit, which I've placed very badly on the table. So please excuse the shine. You're going to get this when they make the kits nice and glossy. But this is the kit. This is a 1:48 scale. This is going to be a fair old size. And I've looked at the paint options. This looks very nice. I'm sure it will appeal to people. This is option C. Not interested in doing that one. I'm gonna be going for this one, which is option B. Now, the reason I'm gonna go for this one is the main reason I want to do this kit is this camouflage. Believe it or not, I have never done an RAF camouflage scheme before, but I also like the black. Now weathering grey and weathering green, they're obviously different things, but weathering black is a completely different thing. When you're mucking things up, obviously you're making things darker, but black is the complete end of the dark scale. You can't go any darker, so weather's completely different. Now they don't seem to have, I think this is actually option A on the box. But let's first of all, let's have a look at the kit on ScaleMates, and that worked. So this is the De Havilland Mosquito B Mark 4 PR Mark 4. I'm doing the B Mark 4 version. As you see, it's Tamiya kit number 61066 in 1:48 scale. Now this particular kit is a 1999 Reeboks, and you have 3 options: 105 Squadron, 109, and you have 540 Squadron. I believe I'm going to be doing the 109 Squadron. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the 109 Squadron. And we have a list of box contents, and you can see there the product timeline. So this is actually the second version. It was a brand new kit in 1998, and we could so that was a new tooling. This came out a year later. It's just got new parts now. The 1998 version is the FB Mark 6. I think it's the 6. Sorry, I'm really bad with Roman numerals. So obviously this has got new parts just to change it from one version to the next. 2000 they brought out the, I'm not even going to go with those Roman numerals, but they brought that version out, so that's got new parts. Then they brought this version. This looks very, very similar to my, I think this is a, yeah, this is a limited edition, but it's got some new parts. 2006 they brought out a limited edition French, Belgium, Israel and Norwegian version, and then in 2009 they brought out new parts, and this one has a car included. Now I looked at the price of this, £56.99. This box cost me 25 quid, so you're paying £30 for that truck, so it doesn't really interest me. Right, but let's go back to our version. So there we are. It's gone for about 22. I think I got it for 25, but and then there's a couple of private trays and swaps, and we've got some related products. I am building this straight out of the box. No aftermarket parts, no nothing. But some of the suggested related products are these exhaust replacements. They do look very nice. I have no idea. They don't give the costs on the extra parts. We've also got this. Sometimes the related products lead to other related products, but there we've got Mosquito gun bay and moving surfaces, and we've got, I quite like the look of this actually, the cockpit detail set. That looks absolutely beautiful. But as you can see, you go from one aftermarket part to another, and the next thing you know, you're spending a lot of money. We also have the wing mounted coolers. Again, I don't think I'm going to appreciate that enough, so I'm not going to go for that one. And lastly, I was tempted by this, which is a tail wing strut, which includes the wheel. But no aftermarket parts for me. So let's have a look in the box. So we have the box. We have the basic how to paint, how to make models. It seems to come with every Tamiya kit. Now this is the first thing that struck me as pretty awesome. This is actually an actual size map of the camouflage. So I'm actually going to be using this as stencils. I'm not going to get really hung up on, if when I do this bit, if this line comes out there or it comes out there, I'm not really going to get hung up on that, just as long as the pattern looks roughly the same. I'll also be changing some of the colours from Tamiya paints. Is it Tamiya or is it Tamiya? Let's call it Tamiya for now. So I'll be replacing some of the Tamiya paints with AK Interactive. I have a very nice RAF set, so I'd be a little bit, well, at least as confident. But what we'll do at some point, we'll photocopy this and then we'll use this as stencils. Now if anybody wants to say you can't copy them, yes you can. So long as I don't make copies and sell them, I'm allowed to make copies for my own personal use. I think it's, they call it fair use policy. If you're not making money, then you're quite welcome to do so. So the instructions, pretty much fairly standard instructions. You can pick that up like that. It's a Tamiya kit. So oddly enough, normally you expect there's the 3 versions, by the way. You normally expect to go straight in with a cockpit to start with, or somewhere near the cockpit, and then you'll be closing up the fuselage at some point. I find this quite interesting. You've got stage 1 engine nacelles, stage 2 wings, 3 wing surface assembly, stage 4 main landing gear, 5 main landing gear. God, doesn't that look fairly complicated? I bet that's really fun to do. Then you've got 6 is attaching the landing gear to the wings. Presumably you'd have an alternative you can do if you want the wings up. Then this looks absolutely amazing. This is the navigator seat and the receiver and the transmitter. And the reason I think it looks absolutely amazing is I saw something somewhere, all the different colours you have to paint these. All those knobs and buttons to paint. Then you've got the spar assembly. Then now you've got the cockpit. Stage 9, we're just starting on the cockpit. And then we're attaching the seats. And then 11, we've got the bomb bay assembly. And then we've got the bombs in stage 12. And 13, the pilots. I'm not going to be doing the pilots. I want my aircraft to be stationary on the ground. We'll have bombs in it, all ready to go, but not quite ready. So 4 is more figures, to put the figures in. Then we get to stage 15. We're over in terms of stage numbers, we're over 2/3 of the way through. Now we're starting to close the fuselage up. And then we've got 16. This is why I think I might be able to cut a video. When you've got stages like this, the bomb bay doors, all you have to do is just cut the bay and door in half, and then you're gluing the bay on. And then you've got propellers. 19, we've got attaching the wings, and then 20, we attach the propellers, and 21, really hard stage, this one, attaching the ladder. So normal nice simple instructions. We have got a paint guide somewhere. I think we had a paint guide somewhere, not here. And we've got this piece. Oh, this is all 3 in one sheet. So this is the main one they seem to be drawing you to, which I'm not going to be doing. This is the one I do want to do. Tell me what you think, guys. Would you do version A or would you do version C? Or would you agree with me? Lots of black on there. New challenge for me. So this is the decal sheet. I don't really like opening decals before I need them. But now I have done a couple of Tamiya kits, and I find these decals need quite a bit of setting solution. The last one I did was, oh look, we've got some seatbelt harnesses. I'll have a look at doing some custom seatbelts. Can I get a focus, please? There we go. I don't really like decals or seatbelts. I have no idea what. Oh, was that Grim Reaper there? So there's the decal sheet. Very nice decal sheets. Let's deal with the clear parts last. Now we have got lots of bags. We have no sprue map. I don't think we have a sprue map. Let me double check. I believe I had another kit that didn't have a sprue map. So, but the last Tamiya kit that I did have a list of parts that you don't use, which is very handy. Here we are, parts not used. So at the end of the build, you can go through all of these parts that you've got left over, and you can work out whether they're not even supposed to be used, or if you've made a mistake and forgotten to attach it. So we'll just have a look at 1 or 2 of the sprues, and we'll see what we're dealing with. I do like to look at the wings and the fuselage. It gives you a bit of an idea of the shape and the quality. Obviously this needs to be washed, but I'm quite liking that detail. Recessed panel line, recessed panel lines. By recessed I mean that the panel lines are cut in as opposed to raised. That's quite nice. That's not the end of the wing, is it? So more bottom of the wing there. Nice detail. Some of you buffs might be sitting there going, well, that's terrible. You know, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know enough about the Mosquito to know if that's good or not. Let's look at the... Yeah, look. Ejector pin marks so far all seem to be on the inside where you're not going to see them. So that's really nice. Let's have a look at some of the bits with finer details. Because obviously, as you can appreciate, the ejector pin marks, sometimes they're really, there we go, like there's some, I think they're going to be visible. We'll see what we can do on the inside of the bomb bay doors there. Obviously you've got to put these ejector pin marks somewhere. So we might have a few issues there. We'll see how we go as it goes along. Some quite nice detail there on an instrument panel. Might enjoy doing that. Let's have a look at the fuselage pieces. I mean, it looks to me like Tamiya cares about this kit. The way they've packaged it. I do like they do put these little plastic bits in for things like rotors and that, and anything that you can. Had another kit where I had loads of these, and these were for the bombs. So you could interchange all the bombs. So there's the fuselage. That looks quite nice. That looks smashing. Absolutely smashing. Let's see if the pilots are worth it. What do you think, guys? They're really nice. Do you know what? I'm quite tempted to have a go at those pilots. Because the detail is so good on those. If I can just get a focus. There we go. I really like the detail on those. In fact, I wonder if I could use those pilots for one of my hints, tips and cheats video, because I think they would benefit. I can think of a couple of ways to show them off. Do you know what? Like, the ejector pin marks are quite good on the inside of the fuselage. So that's quite nice. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Like, there's the radios and whatnots. Really happy with that. They look like engine nacelles, and there was a lot of detail on here. You can feel it. You've got raised bits and you've got recessed bits. A couple of wheels there. Let's have a look at the actual. You know, I said I was going to look at just a couple of the sprues, but I've actually looked at all of them. So as I say, there's no actual maps of the sprues, but they do like a list of spare parts if you want to reorder things. I do like those wheels. Look at the tread on those. I'm going to go to town on those for the weathering, aren't I? And the details. There's some exhaust. Is that a bomb? A couple of bombs there. That looks like the undercarriage. I was trying to think of the word. They look like rails for rockets or bombs or something. A couple of nice propeller blades. And this looks like the same sprue. Let's do a quick check. So we should have an A sprue. That's an E. I do struggle with these because looking at these letters is very hard. Right, so we have got one A sprue, which is the fuselage. So that's A in. Let's take that out so we can pop it in once we check it. So we should have a B sprue. There's the B sprue with the wings. Place that in gently. We should have one C sprue. That's a D, so that will come next, won't it? E. Right, there's our C sprue with our bottom wings. D sprue is this one I just put down here. Now that's the E sprue. So one D sprue, so that's engine nacelles mainly. E-sprue we should have one of. So there's our E-sprue. Sprue F. Oh, there's another E-sprue. It says E parts brackets one piece. But yet there's two E-sprues. So why is there two E-sprues? Oh well. E. So we have F sprue. I can't find it. That's the F sprue, which is the clear parts. And then we have a J sprue. So it looks to me like they've put in two poly caps. So it looks to me like they put in one extra sprue by mistake. So bonus for me, because that E-sprue, we've got a couple of bombs in there, we've got some wheels and we've got some propellers, and it looks to me like would that be the oh, what do you call it, the flaps for the undercarriage? So we might need two of those. So I find that interesting. It's either a spelling mistake or a mistake on the instructions, but that's fine, I'm happy with that. Decal sheet replace there, and yes, I know I'm not placing these back in the box properly, but obviously I'll sort it all out on camera. So there's our kit. Let's move to front camera, shall we? Very happy with that kit. So what we'll do is we'll try and build stages 1, 2 and 3 in the next video. We'll aim for doing at least 3 stages. I think that'll actually be a good stop point, actually, because we've got engine nacelles, wings, and then attaching the engine nacelles to the wings. And then stage 4 is the main landing gear, and that's pretty much 3 stages. And then we'll see how things go. If we get anything that doesn't need a lot of painting and doesn't need a lot of assembly, we can always slip in an extra step or two, which might reduce down. So we're looking at possibly a 12 video series, which is about 3 months, which I think is probably about right, given the amount of time off I have. I need to buy a new mug now, don't I? This is an F14 mug, so I need to buy a Mosquito mug. So yeah, that's it then, guys. So hope you'll join me in the next issue when I'll be starting making a start on the kit. Take care, guys. Bye bye.